Hey, what's up, DCAU? How are you? I'm fine. And I am back reading some DC comics. I know I probably disappointed a number of people over the years that I've just completely stopped, but I mean, wasn't feeling it. But now I'm feeling it. You might say I'm all in. Maybe just a little bit, maybe just the tip. But I am checking out some DC comics lately, and I am pretty excited about what I'm seeing. And one of the big things I was very excited about was Justice League Unlimited from Mark Waid and Dan Mora. I mean, come on. I've been hearing and seeing really good things from the series they've been doing, the World's Finest book, the Batman Superman book, and begrudgingly not getting it. And this turned out to be like my chance to jump in. And holy crap. Okay, issue 1. And we are going with the Justice League Unlimited setup, which I think is actually a perfect scenario for a big team like the Justice League, where pretty like the Avengers, pretty much almost anybody who's anybody is in the team from one time for another. And okay, yeah, we're going with the whole concept of everyone's invited. And this is the post Amanda Waller attack on all of the heroes, and they united the Justice League again with sort of an organized welcoming party, where if you're someone we trust, if you're a mainstream hero, you're in. You're in the group. You're free to join. You have your little card, and you'll visit us and work on the Justice League satellite, which is a new one that they've built, and even to some extent work and operate and live in to stay for free. Man, Spider-Man would love this setup for the Avengers. Like, I can just stop by and chill out for a while. Not bad setup. Anyway, we start big into the group where a number of the Justice Leaguers take on like a threat, and Star Sapphire is here, by the way. I'm glad that Star Sapphire is kind of like making the step into being a hero, because I've always felt like, I don't know, she's never quite fit as a villain for me. So I'm kind of happy to see that. And while that's happening, this new guy, I shouldn't say new guy, Airwave, I had to look him up because he struck me as a obscure character that I felt like I vaguely familiar with. And I looked him up and was like, oh yeah, he's been around roughly since the 40s. And this version of the character was, I guess, killed and resurrected, I think, and is now back on board. And he has been invited to join the team. And we get to see, he is sort of our point of view character for this issue. And he runs into, Star and Shazam. He sees, some of the other characters, Aquaman. Let's see, Wally gives him a tour of the place. The Question, Renee Montoya is the chief of security. Okay, Renee Montoya, I think, is still, if I'm, correct me if I'm wrong, still the commissioner of police in Gotham and the chief security officer. I know she doesn't have an ongoing book, and she doesn't have 5 books at the same time like Batman or Spider-Man does, but that's a lot of work. I mean, she has no free time. All right. Anyway, let's see. There is an attack interrupting the festivities, and this city in South Africa is being attacked by these war wheels, and the team goes down, led by Superman, Wonder Woman, and they are knocking things out left and right. Meanwhile, Batman and Blue Beetle are investigating something that's going on in, I believe, Costa Rica at the same time, and it's looking a little bit more than what they might be able to handle. But meanwhile, things are getting kind of toasty. They're kind of taking care of everything, but there are some citizens who are getting killed in the crossfire, including one soldier who is dying right in front of Wonder Woman and Superman. They can't really help him, but Airwave is wait. Well, he's watching this whole thing, wanting in on the whole mission. And they're like, no, just the heavy hitters. And this one guy is dying, and he is able to help. And so he's like, oh, me. I can totally do it. Come on. So he goes in and actually saves the day and is able to save him with the use of not just save his life, but also use the love of his wife to help him. And it's kind of amazing. It's a really touching scene. We get the threat from Inferno, who is our new antagonists for this at least run of Justice League. And they're like, "Woo, we're mysterious and we'll kill you." And Superman's like, "We're the Justice League? I think we can handle you." And they go, "Oh, you're insignificant." Oh, insignificant? We never thought of it that way. Oh, no. Like everything looking pretty good, except we get to see Airwave kind of like alone in his room. He has a sanctioned room, by the way. And he's been narrating this issue for the most part, and at the end, he's crying, and he's upset that he's going to have to kill them all and tear this all down. So he is essentially a mole, probably most likely from Inferno, sent to destroy the League from in. And from this moment, when we see him tearing up, he doesn't seem all that pleased about it. He's not really excited about this plan. So you get the sense that he has probably been coerced into doing this, or maybe hadn't really occurred to him how terrible it is until he's like a part of it. I don't know, but definitely excellent. And of course, Dan Moore's art is absolutely gorgeous. Dan Moore has that kind of like, he has that mix of like old school superhero work. He has that kind of like excitement from like into his work that you'd see from like 90s extreme artists. He has a bit like he feels like a really kind of new and fresh like John Byrne or Jim Lee type of superhero artist, and in a way that's familiar but also fresh. I really, really love his work, and all the praise he's been getting in the last couple of years is very well deserved. And of course, Mark Waid is Mark Waid. Mark Waid knows these characters inside and out. I don't know why they don't just hand him the keys to this universe and just be done with it, because he knows what he's doing. And he doesn't put ego really ahead, which I've seen some other creators at both DC and Marvel do. Where they put their ego and their thoughts first before like the characters and the universe and the continuity, and it's annoying. Waid doesn't really do that, and I really dug this. I'm very excited. To be honest, when this was announced, I was like, put this on my poll. There's no way this is bad. Put it on my poll. I'm going to read it, and this turned out well. So I'm easily giving this 5 out of 5 Ram chips. Excellent work. If you dig Justice League, any of the main characters of JLA, DC in general, Waid, Dan Moore, look, this is an easy pick for you. Highly recommended. So let me know in the comments below. Click the notification bell, and for all things Manos, you can find me at Substack, Blue Sky, Facebook, Instagram, Tumblr, and you can support this channel for just $1 a month at Patreon, by the way. I have a new book out. It's called Ladybug, a horror collection, and that's available in Manos Publishing, by the way. So leave a comment below if you've dug this book. If you haven't read it yet, if you've read it yet, please let me know. I'd be interested in hearing your thoughts. Also, that does help my algorithm, by the way. Please do. So I think that's it. I got a review of some other comics coming up in another day or two, and then I'm going to start looking at some new Mystery Science Theater stuff. Oh, and I have a big announcement coming up with the second channel I've been promising I'm going to do, and I'm going to start doing it very soon for 2025. All right. Push the button, Lindsay.